Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Gran Turismo 4. 66.3% on our way to 100% doing the one make races. We are, if I remember correctly, was yesterday very tired, previous episode, so I have to double check my memory, but I'm pretty sure we still had some left in the American brands. Chrysler Corvette we did. No, this is the one we needed to do. And I already bought the car. So we did Chevrolet Corvette and Camaro, I think it were the races. And at the end we got that cool Camaro iRock or iSock or something from the 90s cartoon Mask, which I actually remember. So as having that toy car as a kid. So yeah, it's that Chevrolet Camaro iRock Z concept. It is the red car you see in the picture behind the event title. I remember that car, so that was a really nice reward car for me, sentimental value. Now we are continuing with Chrysler, only one make race, the Crossfire race, and then afterwards we will do the, a little bit of slowdown, we will do the European one make races once we finish the US ones, and then only 2 more events, but big events to do, endurance races and endurance events and extreme events, but all in good time because progress goes pretty slowly. There is a lot to do, and I must say it sometimes feels a bit like grinding, but it's also very enjoyable. I do like the concept of these one make races because it allows you, I have quite some money in the bank, so the cars are not that expensive, so it also allows you to pick some cars that you normally would not do, like I did in the previous episode. I checked in that it was not a championship race, it were just, I think, 5 events in the Corvette one make race. Separate races, so not linked together into one championship, so I could change cars during the event, which I did, and I really like that, being able to check out some multiple, the C2, the C4, I think the C5, multiple Corvette types. So I will maybe also going forward do that a bit, not necessarily stick to one car in these races, but really make use of the opportunity to get a feel for different cars, because what I noticed also with swapping out Corvettes is that also the Camaros, you had like the Z28 and the Camaro SS, both same production year, outwards identical looking cars, but the handling was quite different, or at least the top speed was very different. One really kept out at 190 and the other went all the way to 210. But also the car sounds totally different. So even with cars that look identical, there can be quite significant differences. So I will be messing about with the cars within brands as well during this one make races, and of course only when it is possible. Like in this Chrysler Crossfire race, there's only one Chrysler Crossfire in the game, so not much messing about to do. And god damn it, these sound bad. This sounds really gamey. How can they... now it sounds a bit better, but... Alright, anyways, I have no idea how many laps. I think 2 laps. I do like the track, Seattle. Oh, I thought a different corner was coming up, but that is, I mix it up with the other direction, the normal direction of Seattle, while we are now driving the reverse variation. Man, I'm so happy. 2 weeks off from work. Finally able to get some good progress done without being tired or unfocused from having to do it after a full day's work. I do have to say, these cars, they handle quite okay. And actually they look pretty okay from the rear. In the previous episode, while buying this car, I was quite negative in the showroom, commenting on these cars, that I really didn't like them, but driving them now, this is a pretty fun race. So, all good. A little bit of slipstreaming. Too much braking, but whatever. Oops. There we go. So far so good. Beautiful skyline, by the way. That pinkish yellowish hue. Or not skyline, skybox. Too much braking over here. This one went pretty okay, that corner. Too much braking over here. Too much braking over there. I was expecting a tighter turn. I mixed them up again. But we should be good to win the race. And there we go. Thank you very much. No time for the replays. Let's just get some progress done. Would be very nice. I'm 100% sure, 99% sure it will not be possible, but if we could break the 70% marker. I think we were now at 66.3 or something. Would be pretty damn nice if we could crack the 70%. Alright, this is just the oval. But did this say Twin Ring Motegi? I think it did. That's weird because in my mind, sorry, it's a little bit annoying, but I want to, otherwise I keep thinking about it during the race. Twin Ring Motegi is also just a regular non-oval circuit. Or is that another one? Yeah, apparently that's another one. I'm thinking about that track which you mainly or even only drive during dusk, like sunset. And it's a pretty long track, and it has two variations. It's not Infineon. It is, I have no clue what that one is called now. Let's figure that out after this race. Or no, otherwise, because after this race we will do one more race and then I will forget. So I will just quickly look it up which track I'm confusing this one with. So we do GT4 tracks, track list, Cathedral Rocks, nope, Deep Forest, nope, almost there, Infineon, nope. So it's pretty nice, by the way. I never really checked a complete track list yet. So indeed, I know there are, Infineon also has, I was not even aware actually, but it has two variations, sports car and stock car course. Laguna, only one variation. Motorlands, I think that is one of the test circuits. I really do not remember that one. Seattle, we are now at. Special stage, Route 5, Clubman stage, Route 5, I know those two. Suzuki East course, Suzuki full, Suzuki West course. The West course I don't really remember. Then we have test course, Tokyo, Trial Mountain, Tsukuba is dry and wet. Here, so it is Twin Ring Motegi. But why didn't it say Super Speedway? Because I was thinking it was, so I was confused because in the start menu of this race, it just only said Twin Ring Motegi, not any like East course or West course or whatever, but it is one of the variations of Twin Ring Motegi. So that other track that I had in mind is, I'm pretty sure that's also Twin Ring Motegi. So Twin Ring Motegi has a road course, it has an East short course, it has a West short course, and it has the Super Speedway. So I'm pretty sure that we are now on the Super Speedway. And what is funny about that is that apparently some of these track variations do not need to interconnect with the other variations, because this is just a totally separate track from the road course. I don't see any where it on the road course, oh shit, there is no, oh man, this can be quite hard actually, winning this, but this section is not part of the road course, and I also don't see anywhere where it could interconnect with the road course, like that you see a part of the track being cut off because you're now driving a different variation. That's what you see with other tracks that have multiple variation. You see some cones where normally the track would have its full layout, and then it is just blocked by some cones, and then you go, instead of right, you go left, and then, so you're partly driving on the same track as other variations. So God damn it. Meaning that variations of a certain track often overlap to a certain extent, and that is not the case in this one. Here it's just a totally separate track, which confused me, but it's a learning moment, so they do not need to interconnect in all instances. I'm using a lot of time and words to probably explain something very simple that other people can explain in like one sentence, but sorry, I'm still in my jet lag from being, or transition period from being work, real life focused and game focused. But the more and more I will play and holiday time passes, the more I just full-time get into the gaming mindset. And hopefully I will be a little bit more clear in what I want to say, etc. Right, I tapped the brake there, I shouldn't have, I think. But we're going better than the first time around, for sure. And I should not... Yeah, by the way, over here you do need to brake slightly. But you do not need to shift back to fourth over there. Alright, it will still be quite tricky actually getting this one. Because this corner, I never take this corner very well, this last one. Yeah, it's not clean what I did there. But I didn't really see another opportunity. I will really, my aim is to drive as clean as possible, but yeah, sometimes a little scrubbing against competitor cars can happen. And again, we really still have so much to do, so minor mishaps like that, I'm not going to redo the race. But if it is really like a very challenging race and I really feel that my bumping into other cars really saved me the race, so to say, then I will probably start over. Oh, by the way, here it will say Tring Ring Motegi at the bottom of the screen, Super Speedway. Yeah, so it's indeed the one that I thought, the Super Speedway. Anyways, in this instance, I would have probably, if I wouldn't have made it, during that attempt, I would probably have made it during the next one, because it's not that hard of a race. So it's not like I really cheated there, cheated my way to victory. Only thing I did maybe was save a little bit of time if I did have to do it one more time. Too much braking probably. But yeah, we're still in first, so good enough for me currently. And we actually have already quite a significant lead. Too much braking over here. And over here as well. The car is not that quick, so I'm really used to having to brake much more over here. But with a slower car, it's actually not needed. Just like over here, normally you really have to brake in that last right-hander. Not needed here. Also in that chicane, I think I overbraked. Alright, here we go. Towards a win. Alright, don't forget, I need to brake less here. Not even braking at all, lifting off is sufficient. And there we go. Alright, normally I'm not watching every replay, although I would like to, because I do find the graphics and everything in this game doesn't really get old. It's still fun to look at, also, especially if the matchup of the cars and the track is cool. But I cannot watch them all, but usually I do watch the last one, at least one lap of the last one in a race event now, as a kind of a middle ground. Not watch them all, but do at least the last one. But I will not do that now. Let's indeed focus on progress. Alright, nice. GTSR, the only thing, no, I don't really like it. I will probably keep it because it's really linked to a real life car, but it's a concept car and I just don't like it. I find also the rear of this car way too protruded. But maybe it will come in handy somewhere, and if not, then I will probably, if I get other cool Dodge Vipers, then I will probably remove it from the garage, because I don't want to have the garage cluttered up by all kinds of cars I don't really like. And it's also really weird, Dodge did not have one-make races. I don't understand that. Why not do some Viper races here? In the US there really are not a lot of, in these brands, a lot of one-make races. Which is good for progression, but from all the brands you see over here, I think only 3 or so had one-make races so far. Anywho, I think it was Shelby, it was Chevrolet. Maybe Infinity? No. Alright, whatever. Celine. Yes, they do. What do we need? The Celine S7. Can we buy that car? This sounds like a pretty cool race. Here it is. Holy shit, where did my money go? Where did I spend my money on? In my mind, I still had like 1 million credits or something, but it's 683. Let's buy this car. Epic car. In the iconic, for me, this car needs to be this gray silverish color. Just like Honda Integra R's, for me, need to be white. It's my preferred color. Where the hell did I spend all my money on? This could be a problem if I need to buy more cars for the one make events and I'm hitting a wall because I don't have money anymore. Let's see if there's anything. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Yes, second-hand cars, they don't really bring in that much money. I do remember buying quite some cars in the previous 2 episodes, I think from a second-hand dealership, but it's just a little bit weird. I was expecting more money left over. Anyways, let's see if we can sell some stuff. Do I want to keep this one? I can sell it, but it's hardly worth anything. Here, these are all cars. It's pretty cool, by the way. They have the whole lineup: a C1, C2. I think also a C3, right? Yeah, that's the Stingray C3. We have a C2 race car and then the C4, and the C5 is also in the game. So Corvette goes from C1 to C5, all generations I assume are in the game. Anyways, these are all cars that I like, but this one can go, but it will... it actually brought in even not that much, but more than I expected. Somehow that car really slows down the emulator. Other cars do not. It's a bit random. Maybe dependent on the amount of edges that the car has that the emulator needs to create reflections for or something. I don't know. Because that Chrysler Crossfire did have quite a complex lines design, so to say. Many more angles than a regular car, or I'm just thinking out loud, maybe I'm talking nonsense. Anyways, let's quickly see Dodge Viper GTS. Yeah, this one, do we really want it? But if this is a concept, I will not get any money for it. Yeah. I don't understand why they don't give money for concept. It's almost like pushing the player to keep those concepts in their garage, because they will not get anything for it anyways. I'm a little bit hesitant with moving it out of the garage, because it could be maybe that it can come in handy in later races, although I doubt it. There were some one-make races where you actually, the mandatory car was a concept car, so I could get it still. From the preceding race you could win that respective concept car, but it can be tricky if you're not aware of that you remove a concept car from the garage, which you can only win once, and then later on it pops up as a mandatory car. If that happens, I would be really screwed, because then you cannot get 100% anymore. And doing a playthrough to 99.9%, that would just be so anticlimactic. You really want to see that 100% on screen. But yeah, we already did Dodge one make race, so I really doubt we will be needing this car actually. But for now I will keep it in. Cannot get any money for it anyways. for the rest, I do think that the garage is already quite cleaned up anyways. And this is actually one that I maybe... I will sell. Sorry, I find it a fun little car, but it's still too... I'm not saying that the criterion is that it should fit the garage. You also want a couple of exceptions to the rule, like really weird, quirky cars. But yeah, this one really... It's like a person, a people transporter, and the garage really is more focused on iconic sports cars, etc. This one as well, do I want to keep it? It's a quirky car. For now I will keep it, but this could be an option to sell. Because I don't really find this a true car. I find this just somebody's personal hobby project. Let's just quickly see how it drives. It's supposed to have a Spitfire engine in it. Ah, Las Vegas drag strip. I was totally not aware this was in the game. Alright. Learn something new every day in this game. Alright, aeroplane engine in a car. Man, this looks cool. I totally forgot about this. Alright. This is pretty fun. Here you can actually, I don't think there was an online component to the game, but a drag strip where you can just meet up with your friends. That is pretty fun. But you can only do, I think, a personal run, not against a competitor, I guess. Measure the time taken to cross a goal line 400 meter ahead. I was not aware that I knew that rev limits on airplane engines are probably different than car engines, but I was not aware them to be this low. Man, this car is not quick at all. Maybe it is. Maybe I was just spinning the wheels too much. By the way, in the Vulkan renderer, this track slows down a lot, so before it really holds to like 5 FPS. Let's get out of here. I also want to check out the handling a bit of this car. we also have Family Cup in the track sections. I wonder whether that is needed to get the game to 100%. If you have to pay for it, I don't think so. Holy shit. Alright, I do find it very fun that they put this vehicle in the game, but I'm probably going to sell it because it's not that special to drive. And I probably need the money for the one-make races. And as mentioned, I find it more somebody's personal hobby project instead of a really iconic car. But let's see how it looks. If it looks very cool, maybe we could keep it. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Nope, not really my thing. Let's quickly check that Family Cup mechanic out. This is a novice race for the circuit sponsors. You can enter for free without needing a license. Alright, I have no clue whether the... let's look it up. We do GT4 Family Cup counts towards progress. It's just a single race option. There's no percentage increase, few credits, so what is it for? Just to see how your car stacks up against opponent, that it makes for some good racing practice. Alright, not part of the progression, so that's good. Anyways, let's quickly check out these menus just to see if there are other tracks that I may have overlooked. Nope. These we all know. Power and speed, so that is the one we just were in. Driving park, pretty much know it. Test course, that's the same as the one in power and speed, I assume. Driving park, you have probably multiple layouts. No. Motorland, I really like this one. And then beginner course, I also like that one. I really remember it from when I started this playthrough. I think that is where we You can also do normal or reverse here. But this is where one of the races took place all at the start. We also have photo drive. Alright, so drive freely with just a single car, no time limit. Participate in a track meet with many other cars to practice and perfect your driving skills. Drive your car around your favorite track and take photos from the replay. During the replay, press the select button to activate the photo shooting modes. This is a novice race for the circuit sponsors. You can enter for free without needing a license. So we have power and speed, driving, park, original circuits, high speed ring, midfield raceway. Cool, I was not aware that this one crossed itself. Grand Valley Speedway, east, normal. Yeah, this one is quite significantly different with the east course and the full course. Deep Forest Raceway, very cool track. Trial Mountain, very cool track. One moment, I'm just trying to see. This is actually a different track than I have in mind. Where is the one with the long tunnel that we did earlier? Yeah, that is this one that we did earlier in this episode. But then where is that section? So you see at the top, you see that long straight. I think that is where you, depending on the direction you drive, but you can drive up through the tunnel there, then you go right through another mini tunnel, then you go left. Now I see it. The section I was looking for, that was that hard section. It is at the top of the map layout to the right. So yeah, it starts with that almost 180 semi-circle corner that's in the tunnel. Then you go that 90-degree right-hander. And then I was thinking that the corner to the left before the next right-hander was more pronounced, but that is basically almost like a minor few degrees kink, and then it immediately goes to the right. So I didn't really recognize it, but that is from the, I think with the R32 or R33, quite a difficult license test, where you have to do that section starting from the exit of the tunnel and then the you start actually at start finish, and you need to make your way I think towards that first the second tunnel before the long tunnel with the downhill straights. So yeah, it's quite probably I lost everybody with trying to convey what I want to say in a very convoluted manner. But anyways, I was just I'm also trying to ingrain these tracks more in my mind. El Capitan, we know, Autumn Ring. Yeah, full and mini, that's also a very big difference between the two. And then we have Apricot Hill Raceway. This is one that I often... So this one was Trial Mountain, yes. Then Deep Forest. And this one is Apricot Hill, which I sometimes confuse with Midfield Raceway, I think. High Speed Ring, I do know. Also because it's in GT7, it's a track that I played recently, but all the others, maybe with the, except no, except Trial Mountain, I think are not in GT7. Anywho, that are the original circuits, and then are there any others? Dirt and snow. Swiss Alps. Cathedral Rocks. That's the inside of El Capitan, I'm pretty sure. Tahiti Maze, fun circuit. Grand Canyon, amazing circuit. Ice Arena, don't really care for it. Chamonix, beautiful circuit. Yeah, it's also a fun circuit. Although doing all the rally events in the snow, not really my thing. And world circuits we already checked out, or maybe not. So Tsukuba, Fuji, 2 layouts, Infineon, US circuit I think, Laguna Seca, Twin Ring Motegi. So we have the road course, we have the East Shorts, the West Shorts, and we have the Super Speedway. Suzuka, East and West. We did a lot in the game. It came up quite often. But the this one, let me quickly try and see. Yeah, I don't think we ever driven this one in the game yet. One second, I'm just trying to recognize the corners. Yeah, that one goes there. And then, yeah, so I think that is where you see that sharp to 90-degree corners at the top right. I think that is where normally the chicane is before you get towards start finish in the full course. I think then you can actually cut through and then you get to the section just after the S's from the full course. I don't think we ever driven that layout yet. So this is that modern 2005 layouts, and then also a GT layout which has like one little at the bottom left. Instead of right left-hander, it goes straight on over there. Then we have Tsukuba Wet. Don't ask me why they didn't put that next to this Tsukuba. Or, yeah, it's just a little bit random, this order. Then we have the Nürburgring, of course. Know it quite well by now. Also having played it in GT7 for thousands of miles or kilometers, trying to get to, I think it was 618 or no 628 in the BMW M8. I think it was a circuit experience. The target time was 6:36, but then I set my own goal to below sub 30, and in the end it became a 6:28, and that really took like weeks. So I am quite familiar with Nürburgring, and then of course we have Le Mans, Circuit de la Sarthe, normal direction and the reverse. Right, also we could quickly, just to get all the content of the game, read the descriptions. The old Sarthe circuit with no chicanes allowing you to reach speeds up to 400 km/h. This is a super high-speed French course boasting the famous 24-hour race. Nürburgring, an extremely long course developed by worldwide sports car makers. I was not aware that it was developed by car makers. Tsukuba circuit in wet condition, offering a completely different level of challenge. This is a high-speed version of the new Fuji Speedway with the chicane section removed. The brand new 21st century Fuji Speedway. CRS info Suzuka West. Yeah, so that's like a typo. That's the fun thing with these older games. There were no patches to iron out some bugs or some typos, like you see in the circuit description here, which is simply not there. It is just a general placeholder text. But yeah, at the time when these games came out, it was just you bought the disc physically, and that was it. Maybe some updates were in later discs, but yeah, you will not buy a whole new game just to get a disc with a couple of corrections or updates in them. So it was basically what you bought is what you get. So that's why there are some of these mistakes still in. The east side of Suzuka circuit connecting the first corner and the Dunlop bridge. The first corner is like the right-hander all at the top right. Not sure what they mean by first corner. Suzuka, a world famous by-the-book course with the longest racing history in Japan. The number one high-speed oval in Japan with a taste of quintessential American motorsports. This is a simple course with two connected straights that feels like an oval. This is a short version of Motegi that has a technical corner after the straights. I would say that has technical corners, not only one, multiple. This is a by-the-book circuit typical of Eastern Japan, incorporating both road and oval courses. By-the-book circuit, that's the same as what they say here of Suzuka, by-the-book course. Why would you denigrate the track so much in its description? It's a super fun track. I'm not sure what their definition of by the book is, but just like Twin Ring Motegi, I don't see why that is a by the... Maybe they mean something else with by the book, instead of like being generic and boring and standard. Maybe they mean a standard road course or something, I don't know, but it's a weird description. Weird addition to the description. Premier North American circuit, known for the corkscrew-like section that trips up many skilled drivers. Here, for example, the description says it's premier, which is like positive, like okay, it's an amazing circuit. That's something totally different than describing your track as a by-the-book circuit. But yeah. Maybe that's just, I'm overthinking it. Another track configuration at the Infineon Raceway with more high-speed sections. So this one totally removes the inner parts. Alright, a popular but tricky course, one of the two premier circuits in California together with Laguna Seca. And here it says another track configuration, implying that there are several others, but there is only one other. So these descriptions, yeah, okay, maybe another can also mean that there is only one other. But still, I would do the descriptions a bit different. This is a nostalgic Fuji Speedway with no A or B category corners. A high-speed course representative of the many famous competitions that Japan has hosted. The benchmark circuit for automotive testing in Japan, compact but with hidden depths. I fully agree with that one, I really like it. And again, Fuji is over here, just like Tsukuba, but they're also all the way over here, so I have no idea what the logic is behind the order of these tracks. Anyways, we read all the circuits. By the way, let's quickly get into a regular car, and also while we're at it, sell the tank car. Oh shit, we do need to get into a replacement car. So now also let's quickly, those other like original circuits, power and speed, those categories, let's quickly read the descriptions. Just to get the full game experience. World circuits that exist in real life, including Laguna Seca, Ring, Motegi and Nürburgring. I was wondering, special condition events. You can participate in events held on dirt courses, wet conditions, etc. Do they also have descriptions here? Yeah, but we already did all of these. Or maybe I did read them while starting them. I don't remember, but I will not read all those descriptions as well. That will be, I'm quite a completionist, but that will be even for me a little bit too much. Let's read these descriptions. A fast rally stage where you can take your own driving line and enjoy drifting at high speeds. The rally version of Cathedral Rocks Trail with numerous tight corners. A combined dirt and tarmac course set in the infield of El Capitan. A technical course with a series of demanding S-bends located in the paradise of Polynesia. This is a special gravel stage built at the top of the famous US Wonder of Nature. Delicate car control is essential for this compact snow course. This is a snow stage set around the ski resort at the base of Mont Blanc. Alright. Driving missions, do they also have? They have descriptions inside them. Yeah, I'm sure I read those descriptions as well. I'm not going to read them. It actually immediately takes you in. Or I for sure read these menu text, but I'm actually not quite sure whether I also read the top level menu descriptions, but I am pretty sure I have. Yes, let's consider that fully done. Late 1990s used car showroom sells relatively late model used cars that were built between 1996 and 2002. The cars that are available change on a weekly basis. Check here frequently to find a bargain. Alright, so it actually, at the start of the playthrough, I was confused between the different car showrooms, like 1 and 2 and Classic, and then online I found that it has to do with the production years that are being sold. But that is actually also already indicated in the description. So you see, it really pays off to read these descriptions to really get a feel for the more nuanced parts of the game. So let's read this as well. Let's just read some of the missing descriptions that I didn't get to earlier yet. Early 1990s used car showroom sells used cars that were built between 90 and 95. There's also a big lineup of the Japanese cars that rapidly increased in power at this time. The cars that are available change on a weekly basis. Check here frequently to find a bargain. Then also this one. Historic showroom sells used cars that were built in the 1980s and earlier. Here you may be able to find the nostalgic cars of your dreams. The available cars lineup changes on a weekly basis, so check back here frequently to find a bargain. Alright, then the original circuits. This is a very high-speed stage which is essentially suited to the top race cars. A circuit with long full throttle sections built between mountain rock faces. This is the short... One moment, I'm just trying to visualize this one. This is a short version of the Grand Valley Speedway with an interesting hill section. Don't really... they're sometimes still a bit confusing to me, these tracks. This is a really long one. This is one of the most difficult courses you will face, waiting in fear for each and every corner. A high-speed course, deep forest raceway through dense forests, designed for learning the correct racing line. An undulating mountain circuit that demands high speed and technical skill. A low course primarily of high-speed corners, located in picturesque Yosemite National Park. A mini course set within Autumn Ring, which drivers of both lightweight and classic cars can enjoy. A technical course primarily of low to mid-speed corners, winding through beautiful autumn trees. I really like this course. You also have a quite nice picture of the course in the background. Not all of them have that like helicopter view picture. But for Autumn Ring, this is a nice picture, background picture. Anywho, Apricot Hill, a formidable circuit of continuous corners running through rolling hills. Yeah, and I'm really mixing this one up often with midfield raceway. Although I do think I now more and more get their differences in my mind. Anyways, that were the original circuits. I wonder whether I've read all these descriptions as well. But whatever, let's consider that done. Japanese events we already did. Driving park. A 10 kilometers oval course designed for testing your car's tuning setup. A specially designed training stage that is indispensable for improving your driving technique, Gymkhana. A short course with a straightforward layout. Yeah, and I really like it. I find it a super charming course. An oval course ideal for learning the basic lessons of driving. I wasn't aware that this was such an oval course. When driving it, it appeared more twisty, but actually if you look at it from the map layout, indeed is more or less an oval, with only a kind of chicane at the back section. Alright, so that was driving park, then we have power and speeds. A 10 kilometer oval course designed for testing your car's tuning setup. A dedicated drag racing strip designed for testing power and speed. It's too bad you cannot drive against others there. I'm not sure whether there's in this game also... Let's check that out. Is there any network possibility? So you have arcades, replay theater, options, save game, ending movie, credits. And it's so nice and simple at that time games were. I don't see any split screen option or anything. Or is it here? Yes, 2-player battle, multi-LAN race. So I assume that you can do that Las Vegas drag strip against your friends, and that is of course super fun. So that is power and speed. Then we do the city coursers, Seoul. This Korean track is set against a backdrop of both history and technology. A high-speed course with a full acceleration section set in the leafy Aoyama area of Tokyo. Really like this course. This one as well, but this one much more. This is a street course with a high-speed range, bathed in a sea of neon. I don't really see the high-speed range here, to be honest. Where, one moment, I'm trying to visualize this one in my mind. Okay, so that middle straight apparently is the high-speed range. It's not that long of straight, to be honest. A high-speed night stage where the amount of full acceleration time will determine the winner. So this is special stage Route 5 normal. And then we have... What's the difference? Clubman stage Route 5, sorry. So this is the shorter one and this is the full one. A high-speed course including a highway section weaving between office buildings. Amazing course. Feels much more alive than the night Tokyo circuit in Gran Turismo 7 if you ask me. A high-speed course passing through the skyscrapers packed into Midtown New York. Really cool. Track. Seattle circuit, a course where elevation constantly changes. Winners will be decided by skill in suspension and tire setup. A Côte d'Azur, a technical course snaking through a Mediterranean resort. Overtaking is particularly tricky here. Opera Paris, very nice circuit. A highly technical course based in Paris. George Perry, also pretty nice, although a little bit too many 90-degree corners, but it really feels like you're racing through the little streets of Paris. A city course running through the main streets of Paris, packed with history and culture. That for sure is true. Città d'Aria, one of my personal favorite courses. A narrow and twisting course set in an old Italian town with breathtaking scenery. Costa di Amalfi, a hill climb course with large variations in elevation, set in a port town on the Mediterranean Sea. Very nice. And that about ends all the descriptions for now. Here you can actually slideshow playlist. What the hell does that do? Play song, stop song, show, slideshow as visual effect. You can even play, shuffle the whole list as a jukebox, which is pretty fun. But yeah, I don't have time to really mess about with that, and we will hear the music while playing the game. Alright, let's quickly read the description. Jukebox. This lets you freely listen to music that can be used as background music and build playlists for music to use during replays and while viewing slideshows. Specially designed courses to test specific settings and practice driving. Events such as the maximum speed challenge and 0 to 400 meter run are held here. Enter here to race on tracks set in city environments. Test your skills in specially designed races of extended duration and distance. Buy cars and tuning parts from German manufacturers and tune various settings. Alright, that is all generic with the same text probably. But then only difference is the country mentions. This one we already read. Extreme events, enter here for advanced level races, still to do. Enter here for race events suitable for beginners, we already did so, just like professional. Race events aimed at intermediate level drivers are held here, ranging from separate championship for naturally aspirated and turbocharged engine types to supercar things. Ranging from separate championship for naturally aspirated and turbocharged engine types to supercar races. These are courses that are unique to Gran Turismo. Just mopping up all the descriptions. Replay theater, just like the jukebox. Not really for me. On-screen information that is displayed during a replay, meters, time, etc. Nope. What the hell is this? Configure the style of replay. So yeah, we read this tuner village. I didn't read the tuner descriptions actually yet. So we also still have to do that. Let's do that as well. And then basically I think once we've done that, we basically read a lot of descriptions for this, at least for this episode. We still have to read all the tuning, not the tuner village, but the tuning descriptions, like what the different upgrades do. But I will do that in a later episode. Also need to make some progress, but this is all part of the deep playthrough, getting like a full feel of the game, because it can be quite daunting when you start the game, all these icons. But more and more I feel that I now know what everything exactly has to offer. So Tuner Village we will still read. This is a collection of expert tuning brands. You can buy parts and perform tuning here or purchase complete cars that have already been tuned. Because in an earlier episode I did read all the car brand descriptions, which all have their own description as well, but then I overlooked that the Tuner Village also has descriptions. License center, ranging from B license to super license. This center is where you can obtain the licenses you need to enter the various races and challenges. Participating in these tests will familiarize you with the advanced driving skills you need to win the races. For maintenance and stylizing, come to GT Auto. We have supplies of all kinds of downforce adjustable rear rings in black, white or silver. We are continually stocking the latest wheels and receive second-hand wheels on a daily basis. We also offer a meticulous hand car wash that is available now. We are proud to present our original Gran Turismo Racing Special oil, which we are now offering with a free replacement. Alright, so I'm not sure what replacement means. Maybe if you buy wheels or a wing, you automatically get new oil. I was not aware of that. Circuits that exist in real life, including Laguna Seca, Twin Ring, Mortega and Nürburgring. We already read that. We already read this. We read this. Races that are held between European cars, photo travel. So, there's even a photo travel mode in this game. I was not aware of that at all. Nanzeni, Piazza San Marco, Ponte di Rialto, Sagano, Shibuya, Togakushi Kogan, Times Square, Tsumago. Holy shit, this has also descriptions. There are too many descriptions, goddammit. But in the next episode I really want to do some racing, so I don't want to... Oh fuck me, please don't crash the emulator. I really should save the game. You can actually zoom in. But can we also move the car to rotate viewfinder? Sorry, I'm just really messing about a lot. Pan, tilt, camera. Change photo mode options, adjust lens filter, adjust the angle of the front wheels. focal length aperture value. But can we also, what are those blue sections at the left? And I probably need to connect the controller. I would say maybe you can move the car around in the background, so to say, but I'm not sure. Anyways, pretty cool. I was not aware that it was such an elaborate photo mode actually. Anyways, but it does mean there are more descriptions to get through. Let's quickly do it, because I'm just curious what it all says, but these are quite long actually. Beacon Hill. Why does it say Polyphony Digital Airline? Or Airine. I cannot... above each photo location name in the main screen, it says Polyphony Digital and then something like airtime or something. Or airline? Would it make sense? Anyways, let's quickly read them. So here we go. Beacon Hill, an upmarket residential area in Boston, America. The layout of the town contrasts with the unique beauty of the eastern coast. What does that even mean? The layout contrasts with the beauty of the coast. Why would a layout contrast? I don't understand. Maybe because it's a very rectangular layout and the coast beauty is more natural flowing. I have no idea. Brooklyn, New York. This stage includes the Brooklyn Bridge, which spans the Hudson River. Fish market, a section within a busy fish market filled with the din and bustle unique to Asia. You see, here you have multiple preview shots, and you can indeed change the camera angle, etc., direction. So you don't have really one background. You really can move it around, apparently. Gion, Kyoto. The narrow paved roads in this stage are the remains of the traditional Kyoto town layout, featuring beautiful lattice construction on the front of the buildings. Lattice. Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world that stretches across the state of Arizona with majestic views of the arid landscape. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. Las Vegas, Fremont Street in downtown Las Vegas, where the buildings are covered with over 2 million light bulbs. Marunouchi, Tokyo. This is a business area that is typical of those found in Tokyo. Tokyo International Forum is a convention art center located in the center of this district. Alright, I really didn't... This is a business area that is typical of those found in Tokyo. Tokyo International Forum is a convention and art center located in the center of this district. Alright, the first time I read it, I really didn't grasp what I was actually reading, but so I read it again. Zenshi Temple, Kyoto, one of the treasures of Kyoto with a 700-year history, established in the Kamakura era. The serene beauty of the autumn leaves in front of the Sanmon Gate will take your breath away. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I really would like to visit Japan one time. Piazza San Marco. San Marco Square, Venice. This beautiful square flanked by tall bell towers is set in the surroundings of Venice, the city of water. Really nice. Ponte di Rialto. Rialto Bridge, Venice. This arched marble bridge from the Middle Ages crosses one of the largest channels in Venice. This stage setting displays cars on the deck of one of the boats that pass underneath the bridge. Pretty epic. Sagano, Kyoto, the hidden world of Kyoto, where ancient temples and shrines dot the landscape between the abundance of nature. This stage shows one of the narrow roads that run through the bamboo forests. Man, I think Japan is so beautiful, probably. Shibuya, Tokyo. This is the intersection at the bottom of Dokensaka in Shibuya, where an endless stream of people continuously cross back and forth. This state is set to the flow of car lights throughout the night. Pretty cool. Togakushi Kogan. Togakushi Highlands, Nagano. This is a picturesque part of the prefecture known for tradition and pristine waters. This stage is located on an icy road with a backdrop of beautiful snow-capped peaks. Beautiful picture. Times Square, New York, the center of New York where 7th Avenue and Broadway meets, a major tourist and business center. Pretty nice. Tsumagoyado Kiso, an in-town on what remains of the ancient Nakasen Road in Nagano Prefecture, preserved as it was in the old days. Nice. Really would like to visit those really authentic places. Beautiful. Anyways, that wraps up photo travel. For endurance and extreme we still have to do. For the rest we did a lot, but now let's quickly read all the tuners still. This lets you take photos of your favorite car in a situation of your choice from a variety of stages around the world. Races that are held between American cars. Races that are held between Japanese cars. Races that are held between European cars. Sorry, almost done. Just trying to really ingrain it all into my mind. Alright, if I would enter one of these tests, then the game crashes because you have to change the setting in the emulator, otherwise it crashes. But let's quickly read this. B license, the most basic license that covers the fundamentals of sports driving. International B, this license covers the more advanced aspects of driving and race conditions, including mastering variations in road elevation and the challenges of street courses. A license, this is a license that practices composite and blind corners as well as various other techniques that are applicable to real races. IA, this license is the starting point for becoming a skilled driver. The curriculum has been specifically designed for race cars. Super license, this is a higher difficulty level of license for more skilled players. The curriculum is composed of 1 lap time and text only. Alright, so now let's wrap it up with the tuner descriptions. HPA is a powerful Canadian tuner that specializes in Volkswagen customization and tuning. HPA continues to release high-performance models that high-performance models that run rings around normal cars through know-how that is backed up by feedback from motorsports, etc. The demonstration car based on the Golf R32 won the 2nd annual Gran Turismo Awards in 2004. HPA is not only associated with Volkswagen but have been expanding the range of their activities to include collaboration with big names such as Ford Racing and Mopar Performance. Again, these text scroll speeds are way too quick. Alright, so that's HPA Motorsports, Amuse Powerhouse. This is a tuning brand that increases circuit speeds and value using computer tuning at the core. Original Amuse branded parts have been developed through theory and experimentation and are highly reliable. Amuse also boasts wizardry in weight reduction using cutting-edge materials such as carbon and titanium. Blitz, a long-established manufacturer of tuning parts whose motto is power innovation. The company builds parts not just for sports cars, but a wide range of automobiles, even subcompacts. Blitz has a solid reputation for developing components for autobahn driving and is also active in drift and drag racing. Mainz is a tuner founded by Michicho Niikura. God damn it really goes way too quickly. Who had previously worked for a tire manufacturer. In the 1980s, Mainz began focusing on computer-based tuning and gained considerable attention with its electronic tuning products, some of the first on the market. The policy of Mainz is to focus not simply on speed, but on overall balance and keeping its cars street legal. At its factory in beautiful Hiyama, New York, Mainz continues to craft high-performance machines. At its factory in beautiful Hiyama, and then it said Japan, I guess. I'm not sure whether I pronounced that actually the first time around. Man, tiresome this. At its factory in beautiful Hayama, Japan, Mainz continues to craft high-performance machines. I think I may have said Hayama, New York the first time around, I'm not sure, but somehow that is in my mind. HKS, this Japanese tuning company, has a history dating back to 1973. Today, HKS manufactures a full range of high-performance tuning parts from entire engines to suspensions and drivetrains. The company is also deeply involved in various types of motorsports, from touring to drag races. HKS has a firmly established reputation in Japan and in other countries too. Opera Performance, the Japanese tuner, is led by CEO Yasukichi Yamamoto, who is also a professional driver with experience in the Japan GT Championship and the Japan Super Endurance Series. This CEO is also a man who has built racing machines with his own hands. Consequently, Opera is especially good at bodywork, producing machines that are both amazingly light and rigid. A good example of Opera's work is the body reinforcements for a current project, the Opera Z33. Alright, but is it body lightening or body reinforcements? Especially good at bodywork, producing machines that are both amazingly light and rigid. Yeah, so they also do reinforcement, so rigidity. Toms is Toms is a motorsports competitor and tuning company that specializes in Toyotas and was founded in 1974 by former Toyota Works team driver Nobuhide Tachi. And Kiyoshi Oiwa, a motorsports executive at Toyota. The name Toms stands for Tachi Oiwa and Motorsports. Toms has developed original tuning parts while competing aggressively in racing, including UK's Formula 3, France's Le Mans and the Japan GT Championship. Toms recently began building complete cars. Alright. R.E. Amemiya, never heard of that one. R.E. Amemiya Corporation was opened in 1974 as the #1 rotary engine tuner. Amemiya has a large number of dedicated fans because of the tuning breakdown that never forgets the streets. Even so, Amemiya is active in motorsport with the knowledge they gain from motorsports applied to tuning. The Grady series of complete tuned cars is also famous. Spoon Sports. Every true Honda fan knows about Spoon, a Honda tuning specialist founded in 1988 by, such an annoying speed. Tatsuro Ichishima. He draws on his 25 years of racing experience to build parts and complete cars of exceptional reliability, and fuck me, man. I'm getting aggressive from this reading. Just like the first time, I had to read all the car brands, which has the same speed, all the descriptions. It was a lesson in frustration management. Tatsuri Ichishima. Fuck this fucking shit, man. Tatsuro Ichishima. He draws on his 25 years experience. Fuck me, man. Fuck this fucking shit. He draws on his 25 years of racing experience to build parts and complete cars of exceptional reliability and style. Spoon Racing products are highly esteemed by professional and amateur drivers alike. Spoon's automotive philosophy is to make a car fast while maintaining the right balance between comfort and fun. Trial tuning spirits. Trial began as Trial Technical Service in 1982, a tuner run by Michio Makihara. This professional driver had challenged speed records in his number 4 S30 Fairlady Z. The company shortened its name to simply Trial in 1986. As it grew into a comprehensive tuning company, Trial clinched the overall victory in Japan's Tuners Cannonball race in 1994. Fuck me. Fuck this scrolling speed. Trial clinched the overall victory in Japan's Tuning Cannonball race in 1994 and even completed the Coast to Coast Cannonball Rally in America in 1999. Trial continues to exhibit the competitive spirit embodied in the company's name, chosen as a translation of a Japanese word meaning challenge or compete. Right, fuck this shit. Alright, we did it. Let's see quickly that car that they have. So the RA Amemiya RX-7, super low resolution texture model. Looks to be directly from the PS1 games. Let's see if all these brands have full models. Yes, they do. Alright, a Spoon Civic. Trial. Celica SS2. I think you can get these cars, you can access them also through, for instance, HKS. Then you just go to Nissan and then to the tuning section, and then it will also have a full car in there. And the HKS Genki Hyper Sylvia. Alright, don't really wanted to say like the decal as much, but it's actually pretty cool with the turbo on the doors. Opera, that is Honda. S2000 and no, it's also Nissan 350Z, which I find has a super ugly rear wing and protruded front end, super ugly. Alright, did we already look at this one? This was the S2000, right? I forgot about the other ones here. I'm an idiot. Here, we saw the Civic, but not the Integra. This one is epic, by the way, with the black hoods. Can I buy this one? Yes. Alright, but I don't have the money. We need the money for the one-make races we are doing. A Spoon S2000, a Fit race car, and an S2000 race car. Did I overlook anything here as well? Oh, wrong button. Nope. And this is also only one RX-7. Yes. By the way, pretty cool picture of the RX-7 to the left. Check out all the decals, all the little sponsorships. Quite expensive car, by the way, that one. Alright, we'll still read all the tuning part description, but we'll do that in a later episode. Cannot do it all at once. But I will read this one, because this menu option doesn't always pop up in the tuning sections. Because there are only a couple of if you enter the tuning section of any random brand, there are so many brands in the game, there are only a few full model tuner cars. So there will be a big chance that once I will start the tuning descriptions, this item will not be there. So let's read this one now. Complete car. Completed cars that use the potential of a normal car but have been fully tuned are sold and exhibited here. You can enjoy a completely different experiences hidden within the base model. Alright, but this Nismo, or is it a Nismo? It's a Sylvia. It's actually quite expensive, 200k. Opera. I'm now confused. This is an S2000. Yeah, in that ugly 350. Alright, Tom's. A chaser. Not really my thing at all. Why do they put in such an awkward car to tune for Tom's? Well, Tom's is a major tuner, so why not put in some cooler tuned cars from Tom's, I would say. There are some Tom race cars in the game, I think. Tom's has developed tuning parts while competing aggressively in racing. Tom recently began building complete cars. Alright, maybe they only had recently started. Let's check out these. The R32, I think. HPA R32, 550 horsepower, 826 Newton meter. Although it must be said that the power specification in this game, there are quite some typos and mistakes in them, so take everything with a grain of salt. I do like the wheels on this car, by the way. It's a bi-turbo actually, this one. That's pretty serious stuff. Alright, Amuse, I think that's mostly Honda. Honda S2000 Street version. S2000 R1. Only 8 horsepower more. Why does this car, for example, doesn't have a torque number and this one does? It's so weird. Amuse S2000 GT1. I mean, I can imagine it's not the most important part of a racing game to have all the complete and accurate power numbers. And I prefer they focused on actually the driving physics, etc. So maybe they just said, yeah, we don't have time anymore. Let's push it out the door now without some of the power ratings. But it does make it feel, check out the exhaust high up in the spoiler or in the bumper. It does make it feel a little bit like an unfinished product. There's no reason for not including it. I've been thinking about it. Is there a reason to keep the player more engaged or something? I have no idea, but there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to cars that have the power output and some that for unclear reason do not have any power specification. But yeah, so this one does not, this one does. Amuse Carbon R. Alright, car fully in carbon probably. Can we see how much it weighs? 1123. Yeah, that's pretty light for a Skyline, I would think. I would guess that a normal Skyline, an R34, will probably be 1500 kg or something. So that's actually a pretty serious tuner car. Alright, so Spoon also, or Amuse also does Nissan. So Spoon is I think the one that only does Honda. Or did it also, was there also like that Nissan in here? No, this is only Honda. By the way, what was the middle one? Also an S2000. I thought it looked like a Civic in the little thumbnail. Anyways, we checked out all the cars, we checked out all the descriptions, and let's quickly check out what a normal R33, R34 weighs. $15.50. So say they go from $15.50 to $11.50. That's pretty epic. Anyways, we also, before ending the episodes, I can make it a bit longer because I think going through these menus, it doesn't bloat the file size or grow the file size as much as doing actual races. There's much less data to be processed from these stationary menus compared to actual gameplay. So it's a long episode, but hopefully it will not be unusable big for YouTube processing. Anyways, we were still, and let's do that before ending it, cleaning up the garage to see if we can, no, god damn it, wrong button, to see if we can get a little bit more money from somewhere. So where did we end up? We were here. Yeah, these cars I would like to keep all. I could sell some rally cars, but we already did the rally events. But I actually do also just like to keep them for the cool garage itself. So we have a Lotus Elise, which we may need in the, or for sure will need, I'm expecting, in the European one make event. So let's keep it, this one as well. We also have an Elise Motorsports, Mustang, a little Miata we could sell, but it probably, it's quite an iconic car, of course, especially in British Racing Green, I think. If this is British Racing Green, I'm not even sure what the color is called. It doesn't say anything on the color, Neo Green. Anyways, especially in that color, somehow I really relate that color to the Miata, but I could sell it. It's not that special of a car, but it will not create significant income. So let's keep it in the garage. So then we have an RX-7, this one for sure a keeper, the 190E. I didn't drive this car yet. It looks a little bit big for like a cool muscle car. Let's just keep it, or we could see, it probably will not generate a lot anyways. No, this is not really making life-changing money. This one, I'm still also not sure whether I want to keep it in the garage. I don't like concept cars, or yeah, they don't really do it for me, but I will make an exception for this one. We cannot get any money from it anyways. This is a Lancer. I thought it was something else. Only a 1600 engine. This is a very old Lancer. Then we have a 92, 97, 2000s, some Pajeros. Alright, so we have an old one and a new one. So the Pajero also goes back all the way to 1985. Starion, this one, I could keep it, but yeah, I drove it. I think I didn't really like it that much. Mitsubishi Starion, I didn't even know about this car. It looks from the back a little bit like a Celica, an older Celica, but I didn't know about this car until seeing it in the game. So yeah, I will sell it. This is really not, car doesn't really do anything for me. Honda Civic race car, Nissan 270R, that's just a cool, and the 400R, that's a cool Nismo tuned Skylines. Road going version. Also reward car, pretty epic. We'll keep it. A 240 rally car, 240 ZG. Yeah, for sure want to keep that one. Do we also have a 240 rally car? This one. This one is also pretty damn ugly. I never really drove it yet. Doesn't really do it for me. But it's only 31k. So it's not like a Group B monster, I think. Or did it? Yeah, it did compete in the 80s. Let's very quickly check that out. So, one moment. 240 RS Rally. I made a typo. A Group B rally car designed, developed and manufactured by Japanese company Nissan. Yeah, so it is Group B actually. Yeah, let's keep it for now. Wonder how much this one is worth. Not for sure, not gonna sell it. Super cool car. Alright, concept LM race car. Ah, we have concepts. Don't like concept cars. So I may, yeah, unless I will need this for the endurance races. Alright, shall I sell this car is my question. Let's leave it for now. I don't really need the money now anyways, but I could sell it. A Bluebird rally car, again, doesn't really do it for me. This one is actually pretty cool, it's super old. Z280, let's keep Z300. Keep, because of sentimental value. I drove around as a kid in this one, in the same color. MMR Cup, yeah. Do I want to keep this one? Will I be using a car like this? I doubt it. It's only 10k. Will not bring in significant money. This is just a full-on race car, I guess. 478, 735. But what's then the difference with this one? A different class. This one is 507, 485. It's also so weird. The number of power in this overview differs from the actual in-game or the car menu description. Here it says 478 horsepower. Here it says 485. Alright, R89 for sure keep. Spec R Aero. We'll keep a Sylvia. Then we have several different model years. Skyline. LM Limited. Not sure whether this is a really important one, but it, even if I sell it, will not bring in that much money. The N1s I want to keep. 70 HT2000. That one is like a coupe, and then what's this one? Yeah, this is like a 4-door. This one I wouldn't mind selling because this I don't really like the styling. It's really like a family car, but yeah, again, it hardly rakes in any money, so then just keep it for the historical value of it. Alright, options, Stream Z, tuner car. keep it just for fun. Zonda 205, Cuda, Plymouth, rally car, Renault 5 street car, BTR, CTR, Celine, Shelby, all cars I want to keep. Mustang for sure keeper, Sprinter is a cool car. Impreza, different model years. Although I do think I can maybe sell one of these if these are the same. So let's start with the... Here we have 2001 here. Pro Drive, but this is just a street car Buckeye. I don't really like the Buckeye, unfortunately. We'll sell this one because we do need to keep it a little bit focused. Subaru 360 is a funny car, but this is super touring car, pretty epic as well. Let's keep it. By the way, pretty cool how those front headlights are totally covered up except two little LED lights. So these three, let's start with the oldest. Alright, so that is the, I don't know how this one is called, but a rally car. Then we have the 2001. Yeah, that's the Buckeye, and then this is the Blobeye, my favorite. So they're not the same cars, I will keep them all. And even selling them, it is some money, but it's also not really life-changing. That one was 159. Are they all 159? Are they all the same price, these rally cars? 159, 374, yes. Alright, so then this one has a Hayabusa engine. Just that mere fact alone makes it pretty cool in my book. Will not rake in any money. It's a concept, I think. It's really a pity that they didn't produce that one, I would say. Then we have Toyota 7. Didn't drive it yet, but it's an amazing car. At least it looks like a monster. Alteza touring car, let's keep it for now. Celica, these are two different models, the 185 and the ST205. Keep, we have a regular tuned Supra that I started or used way back in the playthrough. Spitfire, pretty cool little car. Will not rake in any money. Speed 6, I want to keep the Griffith. Would like to keep in the 350 as well. Then this Volvo Estate, also sentimental value. Used to drive in it when I was a kid. Yeah, so basically not much to sell now, maybe with the exception of two concept cars, being I think a 350Z concept car. Yes, this one, and the Dodge concept car, this one, but I wonder if I even get any money from it. Nope. Alright, then I probably also don't get money for that Nissan concept. In some rare cases you do get money for concepts. Alright, and actually quite a lot for that one. So that is a potential sale, but for now we still have 750k in the bank. We have a cool Celine S7, and in the next episodes we will be, by the way, I will do a manual save as well. We did autosave, but just to be sure. We will be continuing the American one-make races. Celine. Let's also see if that is the last one make race. This one doesn't have any one make races. Quickly looking at the background image. Weird image. Maybe this is supposed to look like a foot. Designed by Nike, obviously. I don't understand what that left part is supposed to say. It looks like a human leg with like a robotic foot attached to it or something. Compared to then just some random red human foot and then a cutout of the car. Man, these designers, they really look like they're on hard drugs sometimes, what they produce. Anyways, no one make race there. Let's look it up over here. Nothing in Lexus as well. I really don't understand why you wouldn't put a one make race there. And then also over here, nothing. So, Callaway, that could have one. Nope. So basically the Celine race is the last one make race of the US. We will be doing that one in, goddammit, the next episodes. Oh, by the way, cool interior pic. Looks quite common, by the way, that dashboard. Looks like switches from just common saloon cars. But whatever, we will be doing this one in the next episode. 5 single races, looking forwards. It's a cool car, I guess. I hope that the sound is a bit impressive. Let's see the tracks. Hopefully the Nürburgring. Okay, Sartre, El Capitan, Special State, Suzuka and Infineon. After that we will continue with the European one make races in the next episode. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Sorry for this very long reading up and just messing about episode, but that's also part of the deep playthrough. Hope you still enjoyed it somewhat. I hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, don't forget, you yourself as well, always do keep on gaming. Later.